Hello, Mary Lou here. Hi, and I have a new journal to share with you. This one is called Autumn Joy, and I made her using my new autumn journal kit called Autumn Joy. Autumn Joy is 8 3/4 by 6, so she's a good sized journal. She has a 2-inch spine. There's the back. I used eyelets and put Hug Snug seam binding in. The cover, I made the cover out of chipboard, and then covered it with brown Bazzill cardstock. I then added a piece on the front, on the spine and the back, and from that I built the front. This is an image from the kit that I printed on Red River canvas cardstock, and it's photo matte, so it's a beautiful image. I think you can see that even in it's not very bright in my house right now. Anyway, so this is Autumn Joy. She has 98 plus pages, 3 signatures. Okay, here's the inside front cover. And there's a tag and the back side of an envelope, and there's "This book belongs to," so that's in there. There's the front cover. I did add 3 tabs. Isn't that a beautiful? I just love that image. I did put crocheted lace on the beginning and end of each signature, and on some of the pockets and things inside. So you'll see that. Here's a large and a small tag. And then this is an envelope that comes in the kit. And there's a card from the kit. And I ink up everything, including the back, so that it's, it's finished. And you can see there's some crocheted lace there as well. I used parchment pages and I printed on some of them. I didn't do any coffee or tea dyeing in this journal. I just did things like this. This is a vintage, well, I don't know how vintage this is, but this is oh gosh, I can't remember what you call them. We'll see the other side, then I'll tell you. Here's a ledger sheet, and that's pretty vintage. Okay, so you see you've got that sheet. This is like a memo you send. Okay, here's a pocket. It's a corner pocket. There's a card. And then there's a little envelope. And inside I put some parchment paper that's printed on one side, but you could still write on it. And then on the other side it's open for your journaling. Here's a vellum page, a large doily that I put a fussy cut on. There's another page from the kit. There's one of the lined pages. Here's another corner pocket with some of the ephemera or some of the fussy cuts I put in the kit. I took this time card, made a pocket out of it at the bottom, and then put these 2 little cards in there. There's another card. It's actually a calendar. And then this is another one of my kits. It's a miniature, it's a folio or a folder that you can make several different ways, and this is one of them, where you just use what I've given you and make pockets and put the little tiny pieces in that I give you. Then you could close it that way, or you can use this to close it. And I used both so you could see it. So it just folds right over it. Has to go over that though. There you go. I did some stamping. This is an altered paper clip. And there's a card that I put under it. I will list all the different kinds of paper. I did, in the kit, I gave you definitions of various papers, of various words from autumn or fall. There's a parchment piece that I printed on. Here's a belly band. I used some of the buttons from the kit and one of the definitions, and then I put these two pieces in there for you to journal on, so that gives you more pages. There's a side pocket here and one of the cards from the kit. Lots of journaling space. There's two large cards back here because there's two pockets. There's autumn and harvest time. And then there's this cute little girl holding her hat on, and then a little dress. There's the other side of the pumpkin patch and the doily, the vellum sheet. Okay, I stacked up, make sure I stay in frame this time. 1, 2, 3, 4 different, yeah. I can't think what you call them. Glassine bags, glassine little bags. There's a tag in this one. And I used some vellum. I printed out there's one sheet that I made for this kit that's just a collage sheet. So I printed out parts of the different parts of the vellum sheet. Here's a little card for you to journal in. And then just glued them on. Here's a little tag. And there's a ticket. And they're all on a vintage ledger. Cute little bunny. And there's the other side of a rapid memo. That's what that's called. This is a library pocket and card. These are vintage. They are from a local school. I was at the school when it was being after it had been sold, and there was stuff in the school that they didn't want, so I was given the nurse's cabinet since I was an RN at the time, now retired, and I was given a box of these library cards. So in the back here is one of the cards, or the tags from the kit. Some lace. That's the end of the first one. Here's going on to the second signature. There's some more beautiful lace. Here's a double pocket with a postcard and a bingo card and 2 tickets. And then down here I put a little oval that's teas, and it has a bird over it. There's part of a ledger sheet. There's some Rhodia paper. Here's a large side tuck. Here's a pretty envelope with this lady in it. She's gathering wheat. All part of harvest. This is a beautiful vellum. It's oh, what do you call it? Words escape me today because I'm trying to hurry. My husband has something he needs to do. It's like velvet. I can't think what you call that. And over vellum. So it's really pretty. Oh gosh, that's gonna bug me. But yeah, it's pretty. Anyway, there's a doily and another sheet from the kit. Here's another double pocket. There's a mason jar and some beautiful sunflowers, and then here's a little envelope with some more paper in it. Here we go. That gives you a lot more room for journaling. And And that just sits in the second pocket here, that one on the bottom. Here's another altered paper clip. And there's a pretty Miss Autumn. And it's over some beautiful vintage music sheet. There's another parchment page. Here's a die that I bought not long ago. There's a postcard. And it's cute because it's like chest of drawers. That and that. And then there's two more down here. So you got three levels there. There's the vintage music sheet again. I added poetry, and the word definitions are all from the kit. There's a garment tag stuck in that upper tuck. There's another doily shut, and there's the pretty fuzzy stuff. I'm getting closer. I'll remember it eventually, probably after the video. Here's a large tag and a small tag. And beautiful card with sunflowers, or they're pretty, daisies. There's autumn leaves, and then this flips up so you can journal there on the parchment as well. Did some little work there. There's another belly band, and this is a large time sheet, so there's lots of journaling space there, or time card. There you go. And that's the end of the second signature. On to the third. Here's another bingo card. And then here's the other little autumn folder that I have. And this is another way you can do it. I put in a bunch of sheets of parchment and still put in all the little goodies that comes with the kit. So that's another way to use the kit. They're fun to make, they're quick to make, and then you've got a little something that can tuck into a pocket and add more journaling space, and it's fun to do. I have several varieties and colors of that sort of folder in my Etsy shop. There's that. This is a beautiful image on parchment. There's another vellum sheet, a doily. Isn't that beautiful? That's so much fall. It says Autumn Splendor. Here's another one of those Rita Donnelly flips. There's a postcard and a flower seed packet, and then another small tag. And in this pocket, beautiful leaves of fall. And then that flips up for more journaling space. There's another parchment sheet. In the inside of the third signature, there's a large vintage calendar for August. There's a card, and this is a Rolodex card, or one like it, you know, my version of. There's another pocket with a pretty card. That's the same one that I made that other page from. Here's an envelope. Actually, what I used for this envelope was just the folio, only I glued here, so that's another way you can use that, which is fun. And then there's a card in there. So you can see that's at least 3 ways, and I can think of at least 4 ways to use it. Okay, that goes in there. There's the other end of the doily, the vellum sheet. Here's another a tall envelope that I collaged. There's a pretty lady inside. Let's see if I can get her out. Yeah, I can get her. Maybe. I'm at a funny angle, so it's hard. Here, I'll turn it this way for a second just to get it out. Maybe. Stuck. I think she's stuck in there. There she is. There she is. So this pretty lady, worth getting out. And then on the back side is also another little dress. Sorry about that. It was difficult to reach for my hand to get at. It's the other side of that. Here's another altered paper clip, and it's a guest check. Just a guest check, and of course the back is lined so that you can journal on it. And then this is the last, the inside of the back cover. There's a tag and a card, and then this journal made by, and I've signed that. This journal will be listed on my website. All the rest of the information and everything I said will be, you know, all the measurements and stuff will be listed down below. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking a look. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and follow me. I would love to have you come aboard. You have a good evening and a wonderful week ahead. Bye-bye now.